phase return, reactivation of students, so much to discuss. This week has been do you know what? I think I just want to change something a little bit. Here we go. Yes, much better. This week has been a very busy week, as always. We started our phase return into the office, and it's great to be back. And I hope you have all been finding ways that have helped your school with restrictions being lifted, but are still being cautious and safe when doing so. What do you think of the new setup? Quite fancy, eh? I have stolen Gerald's old office and turned it into my own studio, but don't tell him that. And this was the most less cheesy way I could think of to show you the new setup. Of course, lots of things have been happening this week with our webinars as usual, giving that all important training. Next week is on events, grading, seminars and holiday clubs in the morning, and then in the afternoon, social marketing. Then on Thursday, our business owners webinar on the key subject, understanding your financial reports. This week, I spoke to our office manager, Johnny, about our COVID secure office. Let's see what procedures we're sticking to even after restrictions have been lifted.
As the beginning of this week, restrictions have been lifted. We don't think it's time to be taking the foot off the gas because there's still danger out there, there's still risk. We work in an industry where we try and mitigate risk and we avoid any danger that we can, but instead of fighting the usual danger with kicks and punches, this danger we've got to fight with our minds and really think about trying to stay away from all of this possible danger that we've got with COVID. So I mean, here in the office especially, we've still got the distancing taking place. We've got sanitisers all over the office. We have stairs for up and down, so we've got no one crossing on the stairs. Moving forward, we're going to continue with this until we think that the danger might be lowered a little bit.
And I think it's just making sure that people feel comfortable in our office, for example, and into different venues when they feel safe to do so.
Yeah, exactly. This is the plan. You know, we want to make people feel as comfortable as we can. Obviously, people aren't going to feel completely comfortable until the whole thing's gone, but that applies to everything that's going on at the moment. But we want our staff mainly to feel like they can come here, like our clients as well. We want to make sure that their students can go to their classes and feel comfortable with it by mitigating the risk as much as they can.
And things like temperature checks?
Yeah, we're doing temperature checks here for all the staff when they come through. We're checking their temperature via the forehead. And we've also got a signing in book or the government track and trace, so we know who's been here, who's come, who's gone. So if there are any cases of anyone catching COVID, we know who we have to isolate or who we have to tell that they may have been in contact with someone.
And how about masks? So we have got social distancing in place, but then masks are allowed for us as well.
Yes, I mean masks are more optional if people want them. We have separated the desks 2 meters apart to make sure that people are relatively apart to try and keep that distance. But yeah, the masks, I mean, it's a particularly hot day today. So the masks for some guys, especially the guys using the phones, can be a little difficult. So we've left it down to their discretion now that the restrictions have been dropped. But on that as well, we're thinking about the heat at the moment. If people are going to use air conditioning like we are here, make sure the windows are open to make sure we've got the ventilation constant. Just to keep the air moving all the time to reduce that risk of COVID again.
Fantastic, thank you very much.
No problem.
Very interesting indeed. Now let's have a quick look into the nest management software myMA, the one-stop shop for martial arts schools. Within myMA, under the Financial tab, you'll see Browse Agreements. Here you can see active, cancelled and suspended agreements. You can unsuspend students easily by pressing the Reactivate button. Questions are so important, and that's why we have an FAQ section on our website. We've also got our FAQ today, so let's see what it is. What if a customer's payment fails? If a customer's monthly instalment fails, we will continue to attempt recollection of a failed direct debit up to 4 times. However, it is important to note that Nest Management is not a debt collection company. If we are unsuccessful in collecting the payment, we will let you know and recommend you speak to the customer directly. It's so important to keep going. We're still not quite at the end yet, but as we used to say during our daily Facebook Lives, we are 1 week closer, and that still stands now. Keep up the great work, keep doing what you're doing, you really are making a difference. Never give up. Well, that's it from me, but as always, we'll see you next week. Set. That looks good. That looks good. Hello. Oh, wrong hand.